test of physicality and size for your team tonight. What did you see throughout the course of the game that allowed them to kind of take charge there?
Yeah, I mean, credit Minnesota, I thought, from the jump and throughout the game, they were just the better team tonight. And it's a one-game series, and in a one-game series, that's how it works. So a lot of credit to them. Obviously didn't throw our best punch tonight. The other night, was pretty close to our best punch on both ends of the floor. Tonight we had some regression, and this is all part of the deal. You see where your highs are, you see where your lows are, and you learn from each of them, and you just keep using all those experiences to get better, and that's what we have to do.
Obviously, scary moment when Shea went down. Do you know what needed to be done to help him get back on the floor, and what do you think about him being able to get back out there so quickly?
I wasn't back here. I mean, he had a laceration under his eye, which was a little ugly, and I think chipped a tooth. So he was a little banged up, but he was out pretty quickly. A couple minutes, we were able to get him back in.
And then just you started your season here in Minnesota. You finished it here, but your team is so transformed. Can you just maybe assess how you think that this team has grown and the approach that it's taken throughout the year?
I mean, it wasn't linear. It's never linear. There's always ups and downs. Like I said, there's always regression, and then there's new breakthroughs, and we had both of those this season. And we're certainly proud, but we also understand we have a lot of work to do. No one knows that more than us. And we got to get to work this summer now with the off season coming up.
With these last two games in particular, with this being such new experiences, what do you want your guys to kind of take away from these last couple games?
Well, you don't know it till you feel it. Some of our guys have felt it before, but some of our guys haven't. And I think the last two games gave us a really good range of what we're capable of from a positive standpoint and a negative one. And I think you can learn from both. I think this game tonight should give us some humility and understand like I said, we got to roll our sleeves up and get to work. We are far from a finished product as a team. And the other night should give us a lot of confidence in what we're capable of when we're on point on both ends of the floor. And so good lessons as we head into the offseason.
Mark, I think it was a surprise to most that Nikhil started for them. You got the assignment on Shea. Is that something you guys expected at all, or a bit of a curveball in this one?
Unexpected. We were expecting maybe them moving Prince back to the bench. We didn't think it would be Nikhil, but he played a good game. They played a good game. I don't think it was one factor. I just thought they were a much sharper team, more physical team in the first half, played with more of a sense of purpose than we did tonight.
And obviously was dealing with the eye injury, but just before and after that, Shea wasn't his usual efficient self tonight. What did you see from this game?
I thought he missed some easy ones that he usually gets, and there's nights like that. I thought when he came back from the injury, he kind of kept us afloat there in the third. We were trying to make a little noise and it got our offense going a little bit. He was getting to the line. Right when we kind of got our offense back in a good place, defensively, we had a really hard time with them in the third quarter. So just couldn't quite put it together on both ends tonight.
The trouble around the rim, not just for Shea, is that just missing some that you guys usually make, or was it kind of their interior?
Probably a little bit of both. You can't underestimate their interior defense as a huge factor, which is why you got to have great intentionality with how you attack. And I just thought nobody's fault, but our intentionality, especially in the first half, just wasn't where it needed to be on the offensive end. And I thought that yielded some tough plays as well.
Yeah, said that you wanted the team to be in these positions the last couple of games. What did you learn? Or not a couple of games, last couple of weeks. What did you learn from the team over that season?
We learned a lot. The team's disappointed. We're disappointed that the season's over. We're disappointed in how we played. But at the same time, we've set a high enough bar to be disappointed at this time of year. And that's, this is where you want to be. You want to be in these environments. You want to be playing these types of games. You have to earn playing in these games, and you have to earn winning these games. And, we've learned a lot about the team, individual guys, learned a lot about the team collectively. I told the team after the game, we've passed a lot of tests this season, and we should be proud of that. But we haven't built our muscle up quite enough, to be where we want to be. And like I said, we've got to get our sleeves rolled up and get to work and look in the mirror and understand we have a lot of work to do. We're far from a finished product as a team.
Anyone else?
Was
Go ahead,
you
Steve.
an issue tonight against their experience with Conley and Gobert and Towns? Those guys have been there and done that.
I don't know. It's hard to, pin down. I think, the other night, like I said, I think these two games have given us a really good range of all the possibilities of our team. The other night showed us a really, really good version of ourselves and what we're capable of, and understanding how to tap into that and how to get to that as a team. And tonight showed us, that's not a given, and you have to go earn it, and you've got to get back to zero, and you've got to go build that again and go earn it again. And I think, the contrast of those two games as we head into the offseason is a good, tangible for our team, and hopefully something we can learn from as we carry forward.
Anyone else? Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Physicality from both teams from the very start of this game. What did this one feel like out there, and kind of how were they able to take control?
Yeah, you said it was very physical. I think they just kind of out-physicaled us kind of down the stretch. Thought we did a good job first half, kind of matching that. Second half, thought we got a little scared to foul, obviously, and then we kind of gave them some free ones towards the end, not being as physical, and they kind of took that and ran with it.
The paint had been a place that you guys were able to get to all year. Tonight, it just seemed like shots were rolling off the rim, or you weren't quite able to get some of those backdoor cuts and burns. Was that just their size down low, or did you feel something different out there?
We missed a lot of shots we usually make. That's just the nature of basketball. I thought we got really stagnant at times, which hurt us because then they would come back down and score. And, credit to them, obviously capitalizing on that. But, yeah, we did miss a lot at the rim. I thought we got some good looks when we started moving the ball the second half. Just didn't go in. That's the nature of it. Playing on the road, just stuff like that happens.
You guys started your season here, ended your season here, but a totally transformed team from that time. Can you maybe just reflect on the growth that you guys have had since then?
I mean, for me, I can see. So, and then obviously Shea got the brunt of that too. But we're just, like you said, we're a completely different team. I think we're way more mature. Thought we played with each other really well all year. We were all kind of in the locker room talking about it, just, being projected to win, 17 to 20 games and being able to have 41 or whatever we had this year is kind of just testament to how hard we played all year. I think we made really good strides. And just like for me personally, going through the whole season, being able to grow, and, that was like my biggest thing, was not really putting a lot of goals on myself, but just knowing that I didn't stay in the same place during the season. I thought I did a good job of that. And, it just kind of takes experience. Like I said, being the youngest team in the NBA, it's dope that we get to be in these playing games on the road and kind of learn how to play through adversity and grow in that way. So I think that'll serve us really well next year.
Just speaking of this playing experience, obviously a first for a lot of guys on the team. What, for you personally, what did you learn during these last two games, and as a group, what can you all take away from this?
I think how important it is to, be ready to play every game. Like I said, I thought we came out really well. And just trying to put together a full game, understanding, the task at hand when we're on the road. I think, some of that has to do with, understanding seeding and obviously having more wins under your belt to kind of get different plans. But, like I said, it's a hard thing to do, to play two plans, on the road and, kind of capitalize on that. But I think it's just a really good experience that we got to be in this as much as we did. And then for me, like, even like college, like I had one postseason game like ever. So for me to be able to have two in my rookie year and be in the NBA and do that is, that definitely gonna help me grow. And I've learned a lot from that. And kind of anxious to get back out there and play. So,
Jalen, you went from guarding Brandon Ingram and CJ the other night to being the primary guy on the bounce tonight. Two totally different matchups, and doing that as a rookie, like, what do you kind of take away from that experience, or what was it like just being thrown in?
it's fun. It's exactly where I wanted to be. think I said it like before I even got drafted, like kind of willing to guard anybody and whoever that is. I think my biggest thing all year was not getting too carried away with, who I'm matching up with, but just kind of understand that people got to guard me on the other end. But like I said, it's fun to go out there and compete. It only makes you better going out there and playing against them every night. And to kind of like specifically more answer your question, when you're going from BI, who you want to kind of crowd and make it difficult to cat, who you try and get off the block as much as possible. It's fun, just being physical. And I've been saying it all year. I think just competing really takes away a lot of any mistakes I make or stuff like that. And like I said, the more range of people that I have to guard, I think it'll help me down the long run.
You got the highs and the lows of the playing games. Can you just talk about the overall experience for you, how it felt?
Oh, it was fun. There's not too many atmospheres like that, especially in the regular season, unless obviously it's like a rival game or something like that. So it's dope. I mean, the pregame is louder than what it usually is. Regular buckets that people really just clap on or screaming and jumping out their chair. You get to talk a little trash to the fans. So it's a dope experience. Yeah, it's super competitive and high level. You can be one mistake away, in the first quarter that can lose the game and vice versa. So it's a dope experience. I'm happy that I got to be a part of that.
Anything else?
Family.
Go ahead, Steve.
I think most people in the NBA know this is a franchise on the rise. You guys overachieved this year. With that said, with Chet coming in next year, how will you help out this team?
Yeah. Chet has a tremendously high ceiling. He's going to cover up a lot of mistakes at the rim defensively, and then offensively, he's so versatile. He'll fit right in with how we want to play. He'll be able to run with us. He'll be able to space the floor out. And like I said, he'll really be able to change the dynamic of our defense, at the rim. So I'm excited to get him back and, integrate him into that. Yeah, he'll definitely cover up a lot of, stuff at the rim, and he's extremely talented offensively, which should just be another threat out there for us. So I'm looking forward to him coming back and being healthy. And I know he's anxious to play too. So
Thank you, Jalen. Thanks, Jason. It just seemed like such a physical game tonight against one of the biggest, most physical teams in the NBA. What kind of experience was that like for your group?
It was definitely a battle, just coming to the game knowing that, they had some big guys and they was gonna really attack the rebounds, and I feel like, we just did what we could, just to prevent them from doing that, but just the high advantage, just got us.
Yeah, with that, you guys are used to scoring like 55 points in the paint per game. You're only able to get 30. Was that just stuff not rolling in around the rim, or did they affect that?
Yeah, it was a little bit of both. I mean, Shea missed a lot of stuff at the rim that he usually don't miss, and it was just one of those nights. And their size affect the paint definitely, but there's some easy stuff that we missed at the same time.
When you guys started your season here, you end your season here, but you're a team that's totally transformed since that time. Can you maybe put in perspective the ways in which this team has grown?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just really proud of this team and just all the expectation that people had before the season and how we started and just what we did the whole season. We shocked so many people, and that was the whole goal. And I'm just really proud of what we've done, and just we got way more to show, and we coming.
For so many guys on this team, it was their first postseason experience, period. And for you, someone who's been through this, what are some of the valuable kind of takeaways from these last two games for you all?
I mean, we just got to be tough in those games, especially when we're on the road and it's a different environment and everybody's against us. So I'm giving a lot of credit to the guys that was their first postseason, and they just came out and really compete and battle, and that's what we wanted them to do.
And for you, it was your first postseason with fans. Just what was that experience like for you these last?
It was crazy, honestly. I wish we could have a chance to play at home and to play in front of our fans, but just playing on the road and it's just that's the environment. It's so loud, and everybody's against us, and we just got to come out here and really compete and battle. And I feel like that we have the right approach.
And kind of going back to those like preseason expectations and defying those, before, you've been here as long as anyone to only finish one game short of the playoffs. Just like how proud does it make you feel that you guys accomplished what you did this season?
It's huge. I mean, we block all the noises, like I said, and it's not easy coming to a season, just knowing everybody saying that, y'all, we're not going to be good or we're not going to win a lot of games or whatever, and we just use that as fuel, honestly, and that's every game. We knew that in the back of our heads, but I'm just proud of what we've done, honestly, and getting to that point.
What do you see just out of the toughness of Shea to come back after taking that shot to the eye and then getting back out?
He's a warrior. He's a dog, and knowing that he couldn't, even though he got hit, he couldn't let his team down, and it's great to see him come back and still doing his thing and still trying to lead us. And that's just Shea as a person and as a teammate, as a leader. He's just a warrior.
Can you just talk about the highs and lows of the playing game? I know you have the playoff experience, but this seemed a little bit different, especially with the fans.
Yeah. Oh, it's a long game, and there's gonna be some ups and downs definitely, and we just gotta stack possession honestly, and then the crowd's gonna get involved. The pressure is gonna get higher, and we just gotta stay together. And it was just good to have this experience now under our belt, so we know what to expect in the years to come.
How positive is the future for the Thunder?
Real positive. Just the big jump that we made from this past 2 years to now, and then we just got so much coming, and we just trusting everything that we doing and all the work that we doing right now. So I'm actually happy. You know what I mean? And based of what was said before the season and now, so I'm just really happy to see what we got coming.
Anything else? Thank you, Lou.